Guys, welcome to this video. This video is going to be probably filmed over a few months, and so this is the intro. I figured I need to start the intro because I want to capture my real emotions. So here we are. You can probably tell by the title of this video. We are moving again. If you are new or newer, last October we moved cross country, and that led us to North Dakota, where we currently are right now when I'm filming this. It is the end of May. So we moved to North Dakota at the end of October of 2024. So we really were in this place of like, we cannot believe we sold our home. We left everyone we knew. We moved completely cross country and for a job that no longer exists. And so it has been a pretty weird time because again, I feel like we're in this place where we have to make a lot of decisions, where we kind of felt a little settled while his job was here. We were going to get used to it. We're looking to buy houses here. And now that that job is no longer here, it doesn't make sense for us to stay here. Also, because we have been here for, more than 6 months, we got used to the city and the town we live in, which is fine. It's a really cute town. Made it through winter, which I think was like our biggest worry and really wasn't even that big of a deal. I mean, it's cold. It gets, below zero. I think we hit like records like -30, but it really, you deal with it. It's not, the weather was not that crazy. I think what the craziest thing weather-wise is how long it can be cold for. Like, it's almost end of May and it's like in the 40s right now during the day, still freezing at night. So that I think was more of like what I should have anticipated. But it's not how cold it gets, it's how long it can stay cold for. So weather aside, we don't have any family here. I've really been trying to make connections with like other homeschool families and stuff, but unfortunately there's just not, I think, the homeschool community that we're used to. I do think people are more spread out here where we live, meaning, you're not all in the same exact city, you're more spread out. So there's not like a constant thing of like activities for our kids to do, and there's not really much planned. There's been a couple situations that we've been in where my husband and I have just realized like we are by ourselves here and there's not a community that we're being able to like grab onto. I don't think we're gonna have any family that wants to move out here. There is a lack of things to do. Like, there just is. There's not a lot to do. In many sense of things. So I think we really just, put all of that together, and what we decided is we knew we don't want to move back to Las Vegas. We did enjoy leaving, and there's a lot of things that we see the benefit of not being in that city, but we do want to be somewhere where we are closer to family and have a sense more of community and more things to do. So we have made that decision, and we have a couple things like going on. So again, it's end of May right now when I'm filming this, but you're going to obviously see the process, and it is going to be a couple months. We don't have like hard and fast, like this is the day we're leaving by. We would like to be out there obviously sooner rather than later, but there's other things that need to fall into place. I just got back from a work trip. We have a kind of like summer vacation we're going on. We're going back home to Las Vegas. We're telling all of our family, so that's next week. And then when we get back, I have another work trip that we're going to. That's where we're at. Okay guys, update time. I don't really know. Once I go back through the footage, I don't know when the last time I updated this vlog was, but it is June 9th, I believe. And we just got back from our summer trip back home to Vegas. And during that trip, we signed a lease on a house in Washington. We got the movers set up. We gave notice to our lease here in North Dakota, and we got everything planned out, and we are moving in less than 3 weeks. So it is crunch time. We obviously knew we were going to be moving, so we did start some packing, but now that we have the dates and everything's official, we are in full-blown packing, get ready mode. This weekend is today's Sunday, so I have one day today to get a bunch of stuff done. We have the following weekend, the weekend after that, so like 2 more full weekends to get everything done. I actually have a work trip the week we're moving, so I fly home on like a Thursday and then we are moving the next day. So I have a little bit less time to get everything ready, but has the majority of everything. But today we have a bunch of stuff listed on Marketplace to sell, so we have people coming to buy a lot of stuff. I'm selling my garden because we can't bring that with us, and we were actually just going to dump it all, which was hundreds of dollars of soil, so I'm actually glad somebody taking it. My plants are doing so well, so we need to get all that to the front for somebody to come pick all that up. We're selling some of the kids' toys, we're selling a couple pieces of furniture, so all of that hopefully can get done today. And then I'm packing all the stuff like that we don't need. I'm going to pack up our homeschool room today. We were actually supposed to start our new school year tomorrow. That's not happening. We're just going to wait until we get moved. My son is still doing like some out school classes and stuff. My girls still have like activities they're in, but we're just going to get it all packed and not try to worry about it through the move. Our move's only going to take 3 days this time, which is so much better than our last move. Our last move, because we used the U-Haul U-boxes, plus our house wasn't available for us to move in yet, but my husband needed to start his job. We were living in Airbnbs for over weeks. So this is much different. The movers come Friday, and then we're moving into our new house on Monday. So we're only staying at Airbnbs for 3 nights. We have it much better planned out this time because we've done it. We know what works, what doesn't work. It'll be a much quicker move, which is super nice. The house we got we actually were going to get a different house, and then like at the last minute, like we had submitted all of our application fees, like we were approved, we were working through that. We got like the final floor plan, which had the dimensions of the rooms, and we just realized like it was way too small, as well as it had a beautiful big backyard, but there was no access to the backyard except from the front yard, which is not great when you have dogs. So we're like, you know what, this house isn't gonna work, like we don't need to settle, like there's tons of houses available. And then at that exact moment, the same lease company, they posted the house that we're getting now. Like they hadn't even been inside it yet because there was still renters in there, but it actually works so much better. It's 6 bedrooms, I think. It has a beautiful backyard, direct access. It's gonna work great for us. I mean, we're not buying it, but I think it's gonna work really great. It's really close to our family out there and stuff. So let's start packing. Can we also talk about how it's almost the middle of June and it's 48 degrees outside and it's like 10 a.m. And it's so windy. The weather's just been horrible here, so we can't wait to get to some nice weather. Okay, so I'm in my office. I'm about to go upstairs, but I did pack. So all my bookshelves are empty, so those are my 2 boxes of books. One of these is like all my garden stuff, all my grow lights and everything. I'm trying to sell those 2 piles of curriculum still. That's stuff. So today I need to pack up all this stuff. Everything's kind of a mess. That is all of our curriculum for next year, so I want to put that with my kids' laptops when I pack it. I think I'm going to get rid of this table. I need to ask my son. He really doesn't use it. He sits on our dining room. We do have like a homeschool area at our new house, but it's a little bit smaller, so my girls will be using that. But I need to get all this packed up. I'm going to use this for all my garden stuff. Get out. You can see these are some of the boxes that we have. We did save all of our moving boxes because we knew we were going to be moving again, just like this. We know we're going to be moving again, so we don't have to buy all of that. So I'm going to take, is that a large? I wanted a medium. Oh yes, this is what I want. I need to pack all my glass stuff in my kitchen. I want it a little bit smaller of a box, so I need to pack that. I need to pack all these books and stuff, and then this is all still what my kids finished this year that I need to get rid of all of this. Go through it. I'll show you guys. I think I'm making a separate video on what I keep. I pack all of our supplies. I am going to get rid of that table. It's going to go because I figured I could just use these shelves. So this is going to be the same setup we have in our new house, where it's both my girls' desks, the bookshelves, and their whiteboards. So that's going to be the same setup when we move. All right, let's go bring this one upstairs. I did buy better labels this time. The ones I bought last time kept falling off. And then these ones have space where you can write. I'm not going to write on every single box, but some stuff I do need to know what's in it. So we need to open it first. I got some of the shrink wrap, stretch film, and then tape. So much tape. And then here's all the boxes I've already packed. This is like living room and kitchen stuff. So these are the labels. And then what really helps is when we get to the house, I keep extra of these stickers, and then I will put the stickers like on the outsides of the doors. So then the movers just know what room everything goes in. So we don't have to be like telling them every single box, everywhere it goes. That was absolutely perfect during the move here. So, and then these ones don't come off like the other ones do. So I'm just getting these stickers done so then I can start stacking all these boxes. And then I'm gonna start packing some more stuff. All right, guys, moving update. So we're about 2 weekends away from moving now. At this point, we pretty much have everything like set in stone. We are using like a local moving company here in North Dakota. So they're actually going to like load all of our stuff into their moving truck, and then they're driving to Washington and then driving back. The benefit of that is we'll have our stuff sooner. So last time we did the cross-country move, we used U-boxes, which U-boxes, they take like almost 2 weeks to get to your destination, and there's kind of this weird middle part where like you have no idea where your stuff is because they'll hold it at a U-Haul and then they almost like auction it to like random truck drivers, and whoever wants to pick it up on their route does that, and you just kind of don't know where your stuff is. And it's a really long time. So last time it kind of worked for us because our house wasn't ready, but my husband had to start his job, so we would have been in Airbnbs anyways. So that kind of made sense. But this time we don't want to stay in Airbnbs for over 2 weeks. That was really hard to do. So this time we're all leaving on Friday. They're like loading up all of our stuff. We're driving all weekend and we move in on Monday. So it's a really quick process. It's costs pretty much the same as U-boxes would have cost, which is very expensive. Any cross-country move is very expensive, but it's gonna work out a lot better this time. So all that is figured out, and then I just got all of the Airbnbs booked. So we're staying at 3 Airbnbs. So I got that all planned out, and then I have like our road trip plan. Now let me just give a little warning. So I was like, you know what, let's use AI, let's use ChatGPT and like help me plan this trip, because it is really hard, especially in states like North Dakota and Montana where there's not a lot of big cities. And like, let me have them plan our trip for us. So I had this whole trip planned, everything was good, and then I just had this feeling to like double check the addresses. Like I actually put them in like Google Maps and was like, okay, from this Airbnb to this Airbnb, like ChatGPT was telling me it was going to be like a 7-hour drive, and then all of a sudden when I put the actual addresses in, it changed to a 10-hour drive. So I then started going back through like the ChatGPT thing, because I was basically like, this is where we're starting, this is where we need to end, this is how many days we have. It gave me wrong information multiple times. It gave me wrong miles, wrong driving times, wrong dates. Like I said, you know, we're leaving on Friday this date, but then it would like mess up the dates. And I was telling my husband this, I'm like, because I was super frustrated because I also was booking Airbnbs based on this information. And when I actually found out like the real time frames, I'm like, well, that's not going to work. Thankfully, I was able to get refunded on an Airbnb, but I was just like, oh my gosh, I was telling my husband, because I was like, you know, I have to replan this whole trip and I can't use that. So I'm just going to have to look at a map and figure it out. And he's like, oh yeah, there's tons of stories where AI or ChatGPT is like just giving the complete wrong information. So I would not recommend using that if you need like actual factual information, because it's incorrect. And then I told it was incorrect and it kept just giving me incorrect information. So yeah, I would not trust that at all. But anyways, with some old school MapQuest and maps, I was able to do our cross-country move. So we're driving all day Saturday. We have about a 7-hour drive on Saturday, and then we do have about a 9.5-hour drive on Sunday. that was something that I was just like, you know what, we're just gonna have to do it, because then on Monday morning when we move in, we're about 2.5 hours away from like where we're gonna be living. So we didn't want to have a long drive ahead of like a big moving day. So either way, we're still driving longer than I think we originally planned, but it's just how it happened because we have such a short window when we need to get to our house with the movers. So I figured all that out. I found like rest areas because we do have our dogs with us, so we can't like just go into a restaurant. We have to like find those big like park type rest areas. So we found one at halfway points for both days. I think we'll be fine. I mean, the 10-hour day is not going to be fun, but we can do it. So I have all that done, all the Airbnbs booked. What I'm trying to kind of figure out now is ways to keep the kids healthy and fed in the car for that long. I mean, obviously we just did this, you know, 7 months ago, but we were only driving like 5 hours a day, and because we had more than enough time to get there, we weren't like rushing or driving. So I'm trying to think of just stuff to busy that's not on like technology or devices, and then also like food, because that was another thing. Like when we're driving through these states, there's not a lot of like cities, so you are going hours without restaurants or things like that. And again, we can't go into like a restaurant because we have our dogs, so it's normally like drive-through stuff. But even that, like once we like stop through the drive-through, it kind of like disturbs the flow of the car, because when we're just driving, the dogs just like kind of sleep. But if we like stop, and then if we're talking to a person in the drive-through, they get all antsy and we have to like settle them back down. So I'm trying to think, like, can we just like pack some food with us? I think I have like that Trader Joe's like freezer bag. Like we could just like pack that with like snacks and drinks, and then we'll have like our halfway points at like the rest areas where we can like go to the bathroom, get up and stretch. So we are definitely like not take a lot of breaks. We are like minimal breaks because it just disrupts everyone. The dogs do not do well on breaks. They would rather just stay in the car. So that's kind of what I've been working on today. And yeah, I cannot believe, I feel like it still seems so far away, but then also I'm like, oh my gosh, we can't. I don't know like what to feel. I'm almost like numb at this point because it just seems like surreal almost, but then also I'm like staring at this entire house that's not packed yet. So that's what we need. But just wanted to give you guys that update on like what that entails, and to not use ChatGPT to trust those types of things. You very wrong information. Okay, so today's been pretty good. I got all this packed from my office. I need to clean this still, but everything is packed here. We're getting rid of this table, so we gotta take that. All that's ready. I just have to do like my computers, but that will be next weekend. But everything is ready to go. I'm shipping out all that curriculum. Somebody bought it, thank goodness. So I'm gonna put that in a box, get that shipped out. Some donation type stuff. These are the boxes that I have set aside for the computers. And then I'm gonna pack up all of that. My first update. So everything is pretty much packed in this room, and I just moved out a bunch of boxes from my office, so all these are stacked. I wrapped these bookshelves. There's cool things back there. Have the desk all wrapped. That is all donation stuff. More boxes. These are all empty. Those are all empty. I'm actually shipping that box out. Those are all like recycling boxes. I got the shelves out of here. I have to use the vacuum, and then all that's going in that bin. That's like all of our holiday blankets and stuff, so that's going to go in the garage bin. I think I need to get rid of a couple of those boxes. This is all pretty much ready, and then I just have these computers to pack, so I think I only need one of those big boxes, and then this will all be Alright, as you can see, I have been super busy today, so pretty much downstairs in the basement area is done. My office is done except for all the computers because I need that for work this week. So once next weekend rolls around, because I'll be traveling for work, I just need my laptop. I can pack the rest of the computers. Then my husband's gonna like disassemble my desk and stuff. So then everything will be ready from the basement area. And then that means next weekend I can do the bathrooms and the kitchen and like the rest of like the clothing and stuff. So that is where I'm gonna wrap up today. We'll check back in probably next weekend and show you some more. All right, guys, update on the to-do list. So packing is in process. Next up was utilities. I have all the utilities for our current house ending. I don't know. Contacted all of them. They all have like our last service date as a specific date. So that is all done. And I'm currently working on all the new services in our new city. It's just a lot more because in our current state, they like combined a lot of the services. So like water, sewer, trash are all with one company, where we're moving, everyone is completely different. So I'm just contacting each one individually and getting all that set up. So that will be done. As of today, we are moving in 2 weeks. So it's like crunch time. The next thing that I'm focusing on is like the move out cleaning. I'm gonna do that myself. As well as I did hire carpet cleaners. So the carpet cleaners will come after everything's moved out to clean. Try to get some cleaning supplies. I already have some stuff in my Walmart cart. For sure, magic erasers. Those are just like the easiest to wipe down, like walls, outlets. Let's see what else I have in here. I have this grout brush that I had from my old house that I used to clean grout. We don't have any tile or grout here, but that brush it's just set up perfectly to scrub around like toilets and things like that. So I do have one of those in my cart. I have another like scrub brush that I thought would be good for the bathrooms, glass cleaner, that pink cleaning paste. I did really like that stuff. I got a foaming tub and tile cleaner, just some other like all-purpose cleaners, some microfiber rugs, and then duster refills because I want to just like wipe down. It's very dry and dusty here, so I want to like wipe down the vents and things like that. And then yeah, I guess for the window seals, I'm just gonna like vacuum the tracks out and then just use like magic erasers around them. And then I have the glass cleaner, we have paper towels. So that is kind of like what I'm starting to plan to do, because also I'm going to pack up the entire, so my office is downstairs in the basement. So in the basement we have a bedroom, which is my office. We have the like living area, we have a bathroom. And so my goal is all of these rooms are going to be done. Everything's going to be moved out of these rooms upstairs, so I can like clean all these rooms. So the basement will be done. So the movers don't need to come down in the basement. And then that's one huge area, one bathroom, one room that is done. The carpet cleaner people will come in here, but that's completely fine. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll kind of like work from there. Obviously we still are living in the house, so I can't like do a lot of stuff till last minute. I think I'll do like the kitchen too sooner rather than later, because I'll be gone traveling for work that week we move out. So like no one's going to be in the kitchen cooking. My kids and husband are just gonna be like reheating meals and stuff. So I can like clean the oven, like lock that down. All the cabinets that I've packed already, I can like wipe down and lock those down. I think I'm just gonna put like tape over every door or cabinet that's clean so no one touches it. So that's like on my cleaning to-do list. And then yeah, just packing. Packing still needs to happen, but I'm just, I don't know. It's crunch time. 2 weeks. 2 weeks and we're leaving. All right, so we're about a week out from the move, and my goal today is to get the pantry all packed up for stuff we're not using. I have to throw out anything that's open. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna kind of like organize some snacks for the kids, but get packed whatever we can get packed. I just got some like fresh stuff for them because I'm actually leaving for a work trip. So yeah, that's what's happening. I'm gonna make a lasagna before I leave. I'm like all over the place trying to clean our fridge because our son, 2 days ago, we had like a magnet on it and he was like moving the magnet around and it completely scratched everywhere on the fridge. So trying to figure out that, but it is what it is. I don't really know. It's not like good quality. It's not like real stainless steel, so I'm just trying some tricks, but whatever. I have other things to do. I did get some like plastic and paper products because I need to pack all the dishes and stuff, so that's what they're going to be using while we're gone. So here's kind of some of the packing. So like all this like pantry stuff, it's all unsealed, so I'm kind of just starting to fill this box over there. These are like our mattress bags, so those need to go upstairs. Packing shoes, some like toiletries and stuff, doing all the last laundry. So yeah, we're a week out, or less than a week actually, from our move. I have today and tomorrow, and then I leave for a work trip, and then I come home the night before our move. So I need to get the majority of my stuff done. I need to finish up the kitchen. I'll do a lot more tomorrow. We're gonna do like one big day of cooking in the morning, wash all the dishes, and then pack them all, and then everything will be like disposable left for them while I'm on my work trip. I think I'm gonna make blueberry muffins again, which I know some, if you watch me, you're probably like, wow, again you're making blueberry muffins. But I asked my kids, like, what do you want me to leave for breakfast and stuff, and they said blueberry muffins, so that will help me use up some of like the pantry stuff too before I pack it. So I'm gonna do that, make a lasagna. We had a deep freezer. We had just bought a fourth of a cow, and we were trying so hard. Like once we knew we were moving, we were trying so hard to eat through a lot of the meat, which I feel like we did pretty good. Like we were pretty much haven't had chicken and I can't even tell you how long. And so the rest of it, we found like a local church that has like a food bank. So we called them and they could take it. So we brought all that to them yesterday. So the deep freeze is empty and that's defrosting. I need to go through like the fridge and stuff and freezer, because none of that can come with us. So that's what's on the agenda today. All right, lots of kitchen stuff got packed today. We have some donation stuff. This is like stuff that I need for the next day or two to make lasagna and pack. Some mixing bowls, but all the cabinets are emptied. Got our like paper stuff ready to go. Making dinner right now. We're gonna try to eat up what we have left like in the freezer, so making burgers tonight. This is pretty much empty. I think I gotta get a couple glass things done. We have some boxes left, but here's like all the glass kitchen stuff I've been kind of packing up. Boxes are done over there. The basement is pretty much done. So this is everything. It's all wrapped and packed. These are actually, we're getting rid of these boxes. So nothing in this box, nothing in this box, but everything else is ready to go. Some trash, some to pack that air purifier up. The bathroom down here is done. I just need to clean it out, but this bathroom is empty and done. So we were done down here. My office was supposed to get done, but it's a mess because I still need to pack, but I still need to do stuff on the computer. I'm still going through some of my kids' school stuff, and then I'm also making them bags for the drive there. We're driving almost 20 hours, so I want to make them some fun little bags, which is going to be in the next video. My eyes were just watering because of the onions, but I'm actually going to wrap up this vlog here. So this is the end of the moving vlog part 1. We are less than a week away from moving. I'm going to pick up part 2 tomorrow, but you guys won't see that until after we're moved because I'm packing my computer. So I want to get moving vlog number 1 edited so that can be out, and then I'll start number 2, and with number 2 I'll show you those bags that I'm making for the kids. So every 2 hours they're going to open up a bag. I got the idea from Nikki at Homeschoolology. They take a lot of road trips, and so I'm going to do it this time, so I need to get those together. But anyways, wrapping up moving vlog, 1 more week in North Dakota. I'm actually leaving for a work trip on Monday. I'm going to San Antonio for the week, and the night I get home, the next day the movers are coming and we're leaving. So I have a day and a half left pretty much in North Dakota. So I need to get my life together. See you in vlog 2.